Hello and welcome to another episode of Melbourne 22.
On tonight's show, you'll be treated to another homegrown invention.
We catch up with some buskers and Melbourne 22 runs away with the circus.
I'm so excited, I could burst.
I already have, Kate. So, they've seen another one, have they?
They have.
Kate, is it?
It is.
Have you seen the show before, Kate?
No, I haven't.
No, I didn't think so. I shouldn't play around, though. We do know each other.
We do know each other.
Yes, we met quite some time ago. However, the funny thing is that when I first met you, I didn't know that your name was Kate because everybody calls you Moo.
That is true.
Where does the name Moo come from?
Well, Moo came from when I was born. I had really big eyeballs.
When you were born, Moo. You weren't born, you were reared.
I was reared. And my parents thought they'd call me Moo because of my massive eyeballs.
Parenting 101.
That's right.
Thanks, Mum and Dad.
I have the best parents.
So you didn't like the name Kate?
Well, I know I like the name Kate. Well, really, my name's Catherine.
Right.
And then I shortened it to Kate, and then I thought, well, what else can I do? So I went back to Moo.
Stepping it up.
That's right.
Going to Moo. Well, if you haven't seen the show, Catherine, I shouldn't, Kate, and you've missed an episode, or all of them, you can catch up on our YouTube channel. I'll catch you up during the break, don't worry.
Right, yeah, well, for now, it'd probably be best to get back to the show.
All right, let's just start throwing orders around. I guess you're the boss. No, it seems that you really are the boss. Anyway, go on, Kate.
Thanks. Well, while you collect yourself there, Aaron, like you said all of 45 seconds ago, Melbourne 22 ran away with the circus earlier this week. Shall we take a look?
Yep, let's do that. Mm-hmm.
Okay, my name's Matt,
And I'm Jessie,
and we are the Promethean Jesters.
Melbourne-based circus performers.
I wanted to be a ninja when I was a kid, or a superhero, and it was probably the closest expressive medium to that.
I've always just liked climbing things and being a bit of a clown or a monkey, so just came naturally, I guess.
We specialise with fire dancing, using different props, hoops, staves, juggling, manipulation, and we do acrobalance and adagio.
But financially, we survive through our day jobs, unfortunately.
I think it's one of these industries where you have to, at some point, if you really love it, lose a lot of the full-time sort of commitment in life. Like, you do have to sacrifice a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of social expectation and maybe family expectation to pursue something that to a lot of people doesn't seem that, valuable.
The community is amazing. I think without the community, it wouldn't be anywhere near as enjoyable. Regular get-togethers where everyone just plays and teaches and shares moves, and yeah, it's a really, really good experience. Anybody who comes across this sort of community and these sorts of things get accepted pretty quickly, and the ones who want to do it as a career, they'll find what it is they want to do.
Absolutely amazing. Can you believe the work that goes into that?
Yeah, how's the commitment? That's just insane. And the fire twirling, everything like that.
Gosh.
It's breathtaking.
It always makes me wonder how they get into that in the first place.
Absolutely. Well, here with us today is circus performer extraordinaire Thomas Gorham to tell us just that answer to the question.
I know.
How you become a circus performer.
How you become a
from when you were
circus
little, when
performer?
do you think I'm going to get into the circus?
Well, a lot of people have those kind of aspirations from a young age. There's there's the Fruit Fly Circus in Albury-Wodonga, which encourages young people to become professional acrobats from kindergarten all the way through to year 12. There's also the National Institute of Circus Arts, where I work at, and we have a university program.
Where did it all start for you? What was the defining moment where you went, I am going to be a circus performer?
I found out about the National Institute of Circus Arts in Melbourne. Originally, I started off breakdancing and just learning tricks off YouTube, actually, and I just really enjoyed the training lifestyle and found out about the school and just really decided to go for it.
So do you think that circus is well and truly alive in Melbourne?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We've got the school, we've got so many artists living here, we've got the Melbourne Fringe Festival, there's shows going on all the time. Melbourne is definitely one of the circus hubs of Australia.
What do you specialise in your circus performing?
I'm an acrobat, so I do all forms of acrobatics. One of the more spectacular ones is jumping up and down on a seesaw, doing trampolining tricks like somersaults, twisting, double somersaults, and landing back on the seesaw. Another one is the hand balancing. That's on the shirt here. I don't know if you can see it.
There. Okay, so you have like little stilts and things like that.
Oh, these ones are quite tall. These ones are 1.5 meters tall.
Right.
Wow.
And then get up on top of them. You do like a bunch of hand balancing positions.
That's insane. Are you one of these guys who's just like sort of out in the city of Melbourne and sees something and goes, I'm going to go and balance upside down on that sort of thing? That's like, because that's a trend these days. Is parkour
like
moving into?
and
Is it moving into more performing in circus, and does it cross over at all?
That's an interesting question. That's kind of two questions. The first one, do I do that? I used to when I was about 18. Now I just like it's more work.
Yeah, that's right.
The other question about like more urban forms of movement like parkour, breakdancing, tricking, they're all definitely making their way into the circus. Even Cirque du Soleil has a parkour act in one of their shows.
And do you have any advice for people trying to get into the circus?
Work hard. Just be tenacious. Like if you want to get into the circus, then you've got to try and fail many times. You've got to there are courses available, and if you don't get in, you've got to try again. And if you can't make it through a course, then you've got to try a different avenue.
I love that. And do you have anything that you can show us?
Maybe a quick handstand or something?
Yeah, bring it. Let's
Great.
go. All right. Okay, here he goes.
Oh my God.
Amazing. Look at that balance.
That is so cool.
All right, so I'll go under here. Thomas, thank you so much for joining us today. You've heard of Between Two Ferns, Kate. This is Between Two Legs. And you're in for a treat right now because we're about to enlighten your minds with some new and interesting facts.
Oh.
Bam!
And what facts would they be, Aaron?
Another Melbourne-made icon, Kate. A marvel, a spectacle, if you will. Let us take a look.
Melbourne gave life to the world's first feature-length film. Charles Tate was an Australian concert, film and theatrical entrepreneur, an interest that led him and his two brothers to begin work on the story of the Kelly Gang. The film depicts the life of well-known Australian outlaw Ned Kelly. With a running time of approximately 60 minutes, made up of over 1,200 metres of film stock, it was the longest narrative motion picture at the time. Filming took over 6 months and involved 60 people, with an estimated budget of £1,000. In 1 week of trial screenings, the film was so successful that the budget was easily recouped. After touring the country, as well as New Zealand, Ireland and Britain, the backers and exhibitors made a small fortune, perhaps in excess of £25,000. Even so, some politicians and the police saw the film to be glorifying criminals, and as such, it was banned in Benalla and Wangaratta the following year. Then, all of Victoria in 1912. At the end of the 20th century, only 10 minutes of the film was thought to have survived, due to the rapid deterioration of nitrate film stock. In November 2006, the National Film and Sound Archive released a digital copy that was 17 minutes in length, comprised of all known existing footage from the original film. More information on the film can be found on the National Film and Sound Archive website. next on Melbourne 22.
We're the Pierce Brothers and you're watching Melbourne 22.